What's up, YouTube? In this video, we are breaking down the film of the number one prospect in the 2024 NFL draft class. That is quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams, who everybody is saying pretty well. It's without a doubt, he is going to be the number one overall pick. But when I watch the tape, I've got major concerns regarding Caleb Williams. And to me, I just don't know it should be black and white that he is the number one person taken off the board. So let's go ahead and dive into this film and break down. It's not going to be all bad. There's a lot of great when it comes to Caleb Williams. There is a reason why he is the number one draft prospect in 2024. So we're going to break down a lot of the good, but I'm going to show you my concerns as well. So when diving into it, I really hit like the last 4 games of the season along with other games. But the last 4 games of the season was against top-tier talent, and he had some struggles. And this one right here, they're trying to get a double post concept at the top of the screen and then just leak out a check down. This is what Caleb Williams does really good. When the pocket breaks down, he is able to make plays that other quarterbacks cannot. But the question is, are those plays going to be there to make against the NFL top-tier talent? So as this play goes on, you're going to see the double post concept. Takes the snap. This pocket collapses. He gets interior pressure right at the face as his center just got whipped. He doesn't freak out. He knows where his outlet is. He's able to twist his body around, get that ball out, and survive to see another down. But in the NFL, you've got to be careful. You can't make these flat, late throws like that. Those are mistakes waiting to happen. Got away with it in the college. Can he get away with it in the pros? So on this one right here, it's 2nd and long, and Caleb Williams is going to try to look off the safety, but he predetermines he's going with the single receiver shot play. And even with the cushion at the corner, like this shouldn't have been just an easy of a read. He just throws it up there, and it's an ill-advised throw, and it's a pick. And it's just, to me, it's predetermined, and he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the ball. But if you go back to it, it's a single high safety look, but look how deep the safety is. And as soon as his eyes goes to the safety, he drifts back so far. There's a huge spot in the middle of the field. He really could have worked that post, but he predetermined, and he was going to the single receiver no matter what. From the end zone copy, he does a really good job of trying to drift the safety away. But you've got to be able to understand when you get that leverage by the corner played it well. He wasn't pressed up. He gave that cushion that was respected. You just really don't need to force that throw. On this next one right here, they're trying to do a play action fake, and they're just running double slants with a flat arrow out of the tight end. Very simple concept. And Caleb Williams just flats out misses a wide open throw that you cannot miss in the NFL. See it from the end zone copy. He's got a tendency to drop that elbow. I'll zoom in on it right as he goes to throw. As a quarterback, you have to throw from different slot angles at any time, but it's always important that you do not drop that elbow. When you drop the elbow, it forces you to push the ball out, and you're always going to be more inaccurate that way, and you have a tendency to float it up, and then that's exactly what he does here. He misses it. You cannot miss those throws on Sundays. Okay, so those were a couple bad throws. Now let's get into a good one right here. When he extends plays, he's always keeping his eyes down the field, and it allows him to make some big-time shots. This pocket is really going to rush upfield. He's going to find a nice soft spot as he steps up into it, and he delivers a rope down the field, off-balance throw, perfect throw, and it ends up being a huge one for a touchdown. See it from the end zone copy. I'll freeze it on how he throws this off balance off his right foot. He really does an excellent job right there, shifting his weight to his plant leg to the right. That allows him to just drive this ball down the field, but a perfect placement right there for his receiver, and it's big-time play, and that is an example of what he can do on Sundays. This is another one I love. From the left hash all the way to the right numbers, this is a big boy throw, a deep out route. He sets his feet, flips his hips around, snaps it, and whips this thing out there. Really good timing and really good accuracy as well. See it from the end zone copy. Does a really good job setting his base. That allows him to snap it out there, and he gets hit as he throws, but he still is able to deliver it on time. So guys, as we continue to get in this, do me a favor real quick, like the video. It always helps us out tremendously. And if you like anything and everything football, subscribe, help join and grow this community. We're going to be breaking down multiple draft prospects leading up to the 2024 NFL Draft. So hit that subscribe button. It's free. Would love to hear from you as well. Let's go ahead and get right into it. A great example of Caleb Williams being able to extend plays and keep his eyes down the field. That's where he's most dangerous. He's really a quarterback that's most dangerous when he's playing backyard football. This pocket gets a little wide on him again. Step up within it. Avoid that pressure. Keep his eyes down the field. Nice little touch pass down the sidelines to his receiver. At USC, they knew that this was his type of play. They probably worked on their scramble drill a lot, and it comes to fruition right here. Just sidestep, step right back up in the pocket, keep eyes downfield, touch, pass down, and it's a big play. That is what he can do on Sundays, no doubt. Let's just keep it rolling right now with the positivity that Caleb Williams can bring. Another example of the play is just extended. No one's open. He checks it, and he makes this play with the extension of his legs. Work this pocket, work around that, step up, work back to the left, just keeping his eyes downfield. Eventually, he has a receiver coming crossing across the field, and he hits him in stride. And this is a play that's dead to rights, but this is Caleb Williams in a nutshell. This is why people are so enamored with him. It's because he might have that X factor. Avoid, sidestep to the left, avoid again, eyes down the field. Once again, does a really good job of transitioning his weight to that plant leg on the right. Does as great of a job as he can on this run of squaring up his shoulders to deliver a great ball, and it's perfect, and it's an extension of play. That play was dead to rights. So his pocket movement is elite. It's one of his strongest suit. But right here, UCLA disguises a blitz. He's going to sidestep out of that pocket to green grass, but he misses this receiver in stride. And it's just, these are the type of throws you cannot have miss on Sunday. Sidestep to the green grass. You're not going to get many easy throws like this right here in the NFL. But the tendency that Caleb Williams has his time is to fade away from his throws while he is moving. Right here, he's fading to the right, trying to throw back left. It's very difficult to do, and he just misses it. He's lucky it didn't get picked. Now we move on to the Oregon film. This one's going to be an example of him extending the play again and finding a receiver down the field for a big play. But what I don't like about it is, as he's reading his key defender right here, he backpedals out. He should be throwing to his first read underneath, and for whatever reason, he doesn't like it and doesn't go to it. And yes, he gets lucky and finds his player a little bit later. As you can see, he should be throwing this in route right here, but he doesn't. Extends it out, eventually finds a guy down the field. But you've got to hit those progression throws in the NFL. You don't need to be passing up first-time reads, because that is what's going to get you into big-time mistakes. This is a clean pocket, clear reads. He should have stepped up and just thrown this, get a nice little 4 to 5 yard gain, maybe hits him in stride, and he can continue to work through it. But he doesn't, and then he just eventually escapes out. He gets lucky, finds a guy down the field. Great play for him, but you've got to hit those timely throws in the NFL. So now on this one, here's an example of when you're trying to just do a little bit too much and you're playing that backyard football, you're trying to make a play out of nothing. Sometimes you press too much, and that creates mistakes. Caleb Williams is going to try to escape this pocket right here. Takes a snap, get a little mesh. It's a little crowded. Tries to avoid that pressure, but then he runs right into another guy. He's loose with the ball. Ball comes out, and it's a big play for the Ducks, and it's a turnover that just sometimes you just need to live to see the next down. And if you're constantly trying to play hero ball and make something out of nothing, it can force you into some bad mistakes. Rolls right out of that. Great move, but he rolls right into another one. That ball is loose and out, away from his body, and there's a turnover. Okay, so next, let's go back to a positive play. You get a trip set, single receiver into the boundary at the top of your screen at the numbers, and he's just going to run a fade route. Caleb Williams is really good at throwing the back shoulder football. He's going to take this snap. He's going to put this ball on the front pylon right now away from his defender. When you have that sort of timing down, it's extremely hard to defend this type of ball. And this is not an easy throw, so that he's got this ability to be able to whip it, throw it on the back shoulder, that's good going into the NFL draft. Now we move on to the Washington game, and I had to put this in. He's not the most athletic, but he's good at being able to make plays with his legs. And just look at this spin move right here. I mean, that looked like the most unathletic spin move I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if this is more of a terrible play on this defender for Washington, or if it is an example of what he can do. I just don't think he's getting away with this type of plays at the NFL level. That was, hey, it worked. So this next play, we'll work it from the end zone copy. This play is going to have to be extended out once again. He doesn't like his pre-snap read. Holds on to the ball, don't like it, shuffle out. And then from here, I don't like his demeanor right here. His eyes are kind of panicking. Doesn't like anywhere where he's looking on the field. And this is the type of play that's just getting extended too far. But he's able to roll out, keep his eyes down the field, and eventually hit a playmaker. Great. I think you're starting to pick up what I'm seeing. He is a great play artist of being able to escape the pocket, make plays down the field, and play that kind of backyard football style play. But that is not what really makes you an elite quarterback in the NFL. Yes, it's the X factor, but I have yet to really see him be an anticipatory thrower and throw bullets of people becoming open in tight windows. Right here, everybody's running choice routes. Pretty well a hitch or a go. You just saw that defender go from over top of the number 2 receiver at the bottom of the screen to the box like he's blitzing. So you get off coverage in the slot. Going to just run a simple hitch right here. I would be telling Caleb right now, why is he not throwing the hitch? They give it to you. Get rid of the ball and throw it. But he's holding, and he might be looking for that big play shot down the field. But what does that do? That gets you in trouble. And now he's trying to play hero ball, extend it. Ball is loose, away from his body, and it's another key turnover in a big game. You cannot do this. You have to be an anticipatory thrower. When this guy starts to shade away from the slot, bring himself into the box for a blitz, you got to take what the defense is given to you. The slot hitch is wide open right now. Catch the snap, turn, rip it. But he doesn't. Now he's trying to do what he's got to do, and the ball's out. Not good. These are major red flags when going into the NFL. Another play here where he feels like he's got to escape the pocket. Gets to the outside, sees a crossing route, throws. Inaccurate throw on this time. He doesn't hit every single one that he's throwing outside of this pocket. What I don't understand is, as this backer escaped the box, why is he not throwing the crossing route right now? Yes, it's on the receiver too. He's not looking for the ball at all, but this ball needs to be thrown right now. But instead, it gets extended, comes open, but he missed it, threw it right at his feet. Okay, so now we're going against Cal, and focus in on this slot receiver. He's just going to run a seam route right up the hashes. It's a too-high safety shell right now between these two guys, but they're going to post-snap, roll this coverage into single high, which means that seam up the hash is going to be there. But Caleb Williams is too late, and I'll freeze it. Ends up being a big play, don't get me wrong. But in the NFL, you've got elite safeties. He's going to snap this ball. He's going to see the coverage roll. As soon as you see that coverage roll, bang, you got to bang this ball right now up the hash. Get it to your guy to where he can catch and make a play. But for whatever reason, Caleb is just slow to this decision. He's holding, and then he's finally going to trigger this one. Step up, throw. He didn't have to avoid that if he just would have thrown it on time. This ball eventually gets caught, but he leaves his receiver out for a big-time hit. You're going to get your players hurt, or you're going to get interceptions thrown at the middle of the field. You did not have to wait. Could have thrown it now. We'll hit on this one really quick. As you can see, two high safety shells, but the safeties are well within inside these hashes right here. So he likes his matchup at the top of the screen with the press corner, and that's fine. And what Caleb Williams is really good at is just throwing these go balls. He's got some good placement when I see it on film. Hitch it up, throw it down the field, great ball placement. But, I mean, that's just one aspect. I'm still not seeing the anticipatory throws where you're throwing people open. This is just one-on-one football right here, which is great, but you don't get those matchups all 9 times out of 10 in the NFL. Great throw, but you've got to see more. This example here is they empty out. You now got trips with the tight end over there. They're going to run a crossing route with a trail route from the slot right here. And Caleb Williams does a good job of just being patient within this pocket and allowing it to develop. But he throws it late. As he's got to be able to recognize that this trail route's about to release out into this open zone. The ball's really got to be out right now as he is clearing the butt of this defender in this soft spot, but he doesn't, holds on to it a half second late, then he throws it behind him. This is where I'm coming from as far as major concerns. Does a good job sitting in the pocket here, but if he just throws this as he is coming open, he's going to be more accurate, but instead, wait, now tries to throw it, but he slings it way behind. Could have been a pick. Do not get me wrong. Caleb Williams has an extreme amount of talent, which is why he's going to be selected high in this draft. He can extend plays, keep his eyes down the field, and he's got that sort of X factor. But you can't live off the extension of plays. You've got to be able to hang in there, sit in the pocket, and be able to anticipate routes coming open and throw them in tight windows. And I'm just not seeing it enough when I watch the tape about him throwing it into tight windows and throwing people open and anticipating them clearing these zones. He's got to be able to elevate that part of his game. To me, Justin Fields and Caleb Williams kind of look pretty similar. They both have the same issues. Does the Bears really need to do that or invest in Justin Fields around him, or potentially look at another quarterback in Drake May? We're going to continue to dive into these NFL draft prospects, but as far as Caleb Williams, I've got some major concerns. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments section below. As always, stay humble, stay kind. Peace.